Greetings and welcome back, everyone, to a very rainy day on the high seas of From the Depths. I am, of course, joined as ever in this endeavor by EnterElysium. Say hello, EnterElysium.
Hello, EnterElysium.
You and Shen, wow. I'm going to give up on you soon.
I'm surprised you haven't already, to be honest.
Aww. Right. In this episode, EnterElysium is... What are you working on? Are you working on the weapon systems or something else?
I am working on the weapon systems now. I actually started working on the front torpedo tubes, which are going to like pop out when they see an enemy and then fire torpedoes, and that way it'll look smooth and nice and sleek.
Very nice. I am going to be working on a cram cannon.
Ooh.
A cram cannon is... Well... I'm not sure if there's a specific type of thing that it is, but I always think of them as like artillery shells, that kind of thing. Actually, I built this a little bit too big. But these are the heavy, slow-firing cannons, whereas the advanced cannons are the fast Gatling guns of the game.
I mean, you can make a like advanced cannon that is like slow, but it's never as good as the cram.
No. Now, the way the cram cannon works is it literally just crams whatever warheads, whatever it's got into each shell. The longer you let it work, the bigger, the more stuff it's going to pack into the shell.
When you say literally, you really do mean literally. Like, it literally, that's what it does. It literally
these are called
crams.
pellets. So, like the ammo boxes, you need that to fire and it reduces the reload. But then fragmentation pellets, for example, this will fill the shell with fragmentation materials, which, when detonated, fires a cloud of damaging projectiles out, useful against armor or soft targets alike. You can have a look at high explosives, which, on impact, cause a large explosion. Hardener pellets, which adds armor piercing and kinetic damage, so good for against really strongly armored enemies, such as the Onyx Watch. And EMP pellets, which create a surge of energy which can snake through metal targets and destroy the AI. Kind of useful on the Onyx Watch, honestly, if you've got a lot of them.
Yeah, no, they come in really handy.
And I kind of like having my cram cannons have a little bit of everything, honestly. I'm one of those people. Jack of all trades.
I mean, it means you never excel at anything.
Yeah.
Well, you know the phrase, Jack of all trades, master of none?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know there's a second line to that?
No.
It's Jack of all trades, master of none, but oft a Jack of all trades is better than a master of one.
Oh. I never heard that part.
Yeah, people always use it like disparagingly about people who like prefer to have a well-rounded skill set. No, it's actually, like, the second line of the phrase is actually, generally you want a master of, like, a jack of all trades. A master of one is useful in, like, one circumstance and crap every other time.
Yeah, but a jack of all trades would be useful in many different situations. I like it. We're going to keep that saying, EE.
Yeah, no,
I approve of it.
I'm cool. We should keep that, yeah. 1, 2... 11 missiles in a rack, I believe. Yeah, 11 missiles in each rack.
Okay.
And that's going to be... How long are they going to be? Let's check.
Yeah. Perfect. 45 elevation arc. That's all I need. Azimuth is unnecessary for me, but the elevation arc, at 45 degrees, it'll get the greatest distance that it can. And ultimately what we want.
How long do you think a good length missile is? Bearing in mind, I'm going to use lure guidance for these, so they won't have to worry about cameras.
Okay, if lure is involved, then it'll just have a lure receiver on the front. What type of engine are you using? Variable?
Probably one variable.
Okay, and how fast is it going to be moving?
I might put it up to 1,500, just increase the speed a little bit. And give it a kinetic head, just to add to the impact.
Then 2 sections for its fuel and its thruster, a section for its stabilization fins, and lure is there, and then either 1 or 2 extra sections for
payload.
Payload was what I was saying.
Yeah, okay. Because I have up to 8 sections available.
Okay.
8 seconds would mean that it would be very hard hitting, but much slower reload. So I could decrease that to about 7 or 6. Much faster firing then. I mean,
you may
could
notice, for those who are looking on my screen at the moment, the way the gauge increases work on a cram cannon, all of these gauge increases do exactly the same thing. Not one of them is any different from any of the others, but they look awesome. And that is the whole thing with them, is they just look better.
Okay, I've decided I'm not going to use lure because of the fact that two reasons.
Cheating?
Well, not really. I mean, they allow you to use lure, and lure has been changed recently. I've noticed that a lot of those scripts I used to use don't work anymore.
Yeah, it's because they have update times.
Even then, there does seem to be something even more different.
Look at this cannon. It's not quite big enough yet, though. My cannon needs to be bigger. I need a bigger cannon.
I'm sure, don't you get, like, the spam emails that tell you that you can, like, make
They've all lied.
Oh,
I've trusted them too many times. Lies, all of them.
Well, fair enough. That makes sense.
Filthy lying emails.
So yeah, I think what we'll do is I'll use a camera infrared. It's boring, but I'll do it.
Okay.
Because that way you can select a random block. Like, straight up, that's the best reason for doing it.
I'm almost there with the size of... Ah, there we are! 2-meter shells! Hurrah! I've got there in the end. Took me a while, but we eventually got there.
Congratulations, I'm so happy for you.
Well, you better be. There we go. Right, so 2,000mm shells with a muzzle velocity 181 meters a second. 1% of the shell is taken up by fuses. Reload time is 18.25 seconds. It is currently reloaded, but limited to 0 seconds between shots. The best possible reload time for this gauge is 11.2 seconds, and we are being attacked. Yay!
My ship isn't ready.
Well, that's because you suck. I'm sorry to break it to you.
Is your cram cannon ready?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, I haven't set up the limit on when it should fire, but we'll see.
Do you can take manual control.
No, it's an angular EE. My AA guns are going to defeat this thing.
Oh, okay.
But it is bringing in more friends, which I'm very glad about. So let's just get this fight over with.
Ooh, hello. Yeah, we've got pretty large fleets coming our way.
Frankly, glad that they're coming.
Yeah, I need to rush a little bit on this.
Yeah, they've got actually... How much have they got? They've got 3.4k, and we've got 4.2. So we've got just the fishing hole. That is all.
We could have brought the rapier in.
No need. Come on, crown cannon. I need to adjust this. Minimum pack time. Basically, I want to limit it to, say, 20 seconds. I only want this thing to fire every 20 seconds. There it goes.
Yeah, the issue is if you...
Oh, I missed.
If you fire too early, your cram cannon will not have like enough stuff in its shell.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shell
and that is largely a matter of just trial by fire, really. I'm just.
Do you want to turn the fortress, by the way?
Hang on, I'm just watching.
Oh!
It's dead.
Is it?
AI is dead.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I see it. Hey.
I think the crown cannon blew it up.
I don't know how you managed that. It looked to me like the crown hit at the very back.
There we go. It's reloaded.
Oh, I see what it took out.
Another 20 seconds. It took another shot. Now, the main thing I want to see here is how densely packed this gets. As you can see, if you look in the fourth box down whilst looking at the cannon EE, just so that your viewers will know what I'm talking about.
I'm just going to say there's an hourglass, 2 mules, and a bear moth, and the other fleet is churl.
Okay. Well, this thing is still packing a lot of stuff into it.
Oh my god.
What?
This cannon is ridiculous.
That's not ridiculous. It's fine. Don't listen to him, cannon. You're beautiful. I might actually set it to only fire after every minute.
If you miss. I mean, in real life, if you miss and it like inertial fuses, so it goes off in the water, that would be enough to cause shockwaves that would just dent hull plating, if not rip them off. Like, it's got an explosive radius of 30 meters.
Time fuse, yeah. Yeah, it's
30-meter radius.
It's pretty big. But as you can see, it's starting to slow down now. So about a minute is where it gets pretty heavily packed. It's not really gaining as much from it anymore. Probably about 45 seconds would do. We'll set it to 30 just so that we're competitive, I suppose.
I mean, for Americans, that's like 100-foot radius. So 200-foot diameter. Right, now, I've just put in a 11 rack of missiles.
Okay.
I might just... Because I'm going to have 2 of these racks.
This?
Because why not?
All right. I just want... No, that's all.
I've got 2 racks of 3 torpedoes at the front, so that's 6 torpedoes. I've got 11 rack of missiles. I'm probably going to put in another 11 rack of missiles. But I don't want to do that on camera because I would like to be able to take the vehicle designer and then just go copy sub-object, paste sub-object back into the game because it'll save me a good 10 minutes of work just copying.
Yeah, I didn't do that with the engine. I just roughed it. I was like, no, I'll just put up with this for the viewers. But he thinks you're not worth his time.
Well, I'm going to do it off camera, which means actually I'm putting more effort into the episode because, you know, I don't record everything. So actually, it's because I care more about them that I'm doing the work off camera. So
now you're casting judgment on those who do record everything. My lord, you're just a little ball of hate today.
Today?
I do agree. You are right. It would save a lot of time, though.
Also, my mind will go crazy if I'm like have to build spin block things one more time. I want them to be done.
Doesn't get, unfortunately. Yeah. I wish it did, but
it's like I say all too often. You can hope, but hope doesn't get you very far.
I have armored cannon. I think it looks nice.
Ooh, let's look.
I need to paint it, but I think it looks sufficiently spiky, and well, it's not really spiky per se, but it looks kind of imperial.
I was going to say gothic.
Yeah, gothic and imperial.
It looks like something that could live in the 40k universe.
Yes, as most of my designs could. Fairly certain the Emperor would approve of me.
I think he'd say you're a heretic.
Nah, he would say that, well, he wouldn't say anything. He wouldn't need to. He'd just look at me and nod. It'd be fine. I'd have his silent approval.
Sure.
He'd be just sat there thinking, I wish Horus had turned more out like...
Oh. Okay, now it's nighttime. I cannot see anything.
Haha, I still can, because I have the Emperor's favor. My viewers can see things because
that's the mark of Zeech.
No, it's not. Shut up. I can't see any chaos runes. I'm fairly certain. Pretty certain there's no heresy going on here.
You know that language that you thought was Welsh all along, you got taught to... Yeah, secretly that's...
Oh, no. Oh, dear. I'm going to shoot him with my crown cannon. If I actually show you, I might take up part of the fortress.
You might actually hit the ammo hold with that crown cannon.
If I hit your ship would be gone. Let's be honest. This has a 30-meter radius, 10,900 kinetic, 8,900.
Yeah, that would go straight through. Like, I've got the ammo hold is double-layered metal.
EMP,
wouldn't matter.
Just in case anything did survive. And 798 fragments as well.
How much is the AP?
71.2.
Yeah, that would go straight through the ship into the center, blow up the ammo hold, regardless of anything else.
Yes. That's why I was thinking penetration depth views, honestly. Nothing is going to stop this from going through a few meters of whatever. The only thing is if it hits a hole. But then, assuming it's the first thing to hit it, it's going to have all of its armor, and then it'll be dead. So it won't matter if there's a hole. I very much doubt many things would survive a single blow from this.
Yeah.
And, it only does 370,000 recoil as well. It's actually pretty good, in my opinion.
That's actually not a lot of recoil for what I was expecting.
Kapow! Whee!
I was very scared there for a moment.
I wasn't actually going to shoot you. It would blow your ship up.
Yeah.
All of that time you spent there would literally be gone in an instant. I would be such a jerk.
Good job you're not me.
Would you shoot my ship? You know what? I'm not even that surprised. But, is there anything else? I kind of want to add more to the barrel. Give it a little bit more accuracy.
Okay.
Will mean I need to add...
We are a little way away from fighting. I think we're probably 20 minutes away from another fight. It's going to be a lot of fights at once, though.
That's fine.
So I do want to get this ship up and running.
That's okay.
Chancellor, Faraday, Angler, Defiant. That is a bit of a scary force. Now, what I've got here is I've got basically 4 different sections. One section has already got missiles in it. I'll put another section of missiles. That leaves 2 sections left.
Okay.
My thinking is one section can have anti-missile missiles.
Mm-hmm.
One can have a cannon, or both could have cannons, and I'll put anti-missile missiles somewhere else.
Anti-missile missiles... Yeah, you could probably put them somewhere else.
Yeah. So, to speed this up, when you're done with that cannon, do you want to join in and we'll plan out some cannons for the back of this?
I'm painting.
You're painting.
Yes.
The defense of the realm is...
This cannon will defend the realm. I'm going to make it look good while it does it. This cannon deserves.
It hasn't got a picture of the queen.
Doesn't need a picture of the queen.
What?
It doesn't.
You are a heretic. You need to be executed.
A picture of the queen. You only need a picture of the queen if you forget what she looks like. This cannon has a very good memory. Why? Have you forgotten what the queen looks like?
She looks glorious.
Then why do you need a picture? To remind you of this. It's almost like you're losing faith.
To lift the spirits of the crew.
There are no crew. And if there were crew, they wouldn't need the spirits to be lifted in such a gaudy manner. They'd already remember what the queen looked like. You disappoint the queen. She weeps.
To be fair, I've been disappointing people since I was born, so it works well.
There we go. We want some nice black as well. Of course.
I want to paint it black.
Well done, actually. That was a good reference.
You know, if any time I really like shoehorn a Rolling Stones referencing.
Yoink, all the way down.
Right, so where would I put anti-missile missiles?
Really, you can put them wherever you want. Who's going to tell you not to? It's not going to be me. It's your ship. You can do what you want, dude. I encourage you to explore your creativity.
Okay. You'll probably be sorry about that one.
Maybe. But I'll lie. I'll pretend that I'm not.
That's quite kind of you, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm only a jerk some of the time.
But you do it so well.
I know. I practice a lot. Right. Let's get these ones painted.
Okay, I've got one problem. The ammo hold is directly below a section of the ship that I want to put turrets
I
on top
had
of.
kind of noticed that your ammo hold was... When I was having a glance earlier, I was a little bit concerned.
If I put turrets on top of it and it blows up, all the turrets get destroyed.
Yeah.
What do you think I should do about that?
Well, the thing is, I'm not really sure there's much you can do given the design of the vessel that you've made. So,
I mean, what else do I do with the ammo hold, though?
I know, that's the problem. Is shy of a redesign, I'm not sure there's much you can do. And I'm not going to suggest you redesign it, don't worry.
Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I can get an anti-missile system in here. Right, so... Where are you? Are you still over there
Yeah,
painting?
Yeah, just putting the finishing touches.
All right, if you want to fly the camera over here when you're done.
It looks glorious, by the way.
It does look pretty cool.
There we are. Everyone, this will usher in a new age. Right, what do you want me to do? Oosh, I'm over here with my camera, looking at stuff. My
Okay.
God, these missiles are gigantic.
They're pretty tough. I need to set the camera on them. Anyway, what I've got here at the back is the second slot is going to be another missile thing. Then I've divided this one into four.
Yeah.
The idea is the two at the front will be probably anti-missile missiles, and the two at the back will be turrets, or the other way around, depending on launch vectors. And then at the very back, we have a giant cram cannon.
Okay.
And that can be, sunk into the hull here. Below it is actually just engines, so that one's fine. It's these ones up front I was more worried about. What do you think? Do you want, two rapid-firing cannons and then missiles behind them so they can arc over, or do you think the cannons should be able to shoot at the top of the missile launchers? Because those missile launchers are going to be anti-missile missiles.
Have the missiles at the back.
Okay.
The cannons in front of it, I think.
Okay. Do you want to get started on a cram cannon or on a normal cannon?
Well, actually, I think we should probably look to wrap this episode up.
That is actually a very good point, because we're
as our enemies are bearing down upon us, and we'll probably be here in the next episode.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
We may even accelerate time, because there's no way that we can possibly get this finished in time to deal with them, so it might be just better for us to let them get here, see how our cannons deal with them, and then continue with the build in the next episode proper. What do you think?
I don't know, I'm just afraid that we might get taken out. There are quite a lot of them there.
Okay.
I mean, anything we can do before they get here might be beneficial, even if it's, rushing.
I don't think we're going to finish that ship. Not before they get here. They
are
are
not
moving
finished, but we
slowly,
can get it. We can get, some of it active. Like this missile system could be active.
Okay. Well, we'll work on the ship in the next episode then, but that will be it from us for now. Do let us know if you have any feedback, especially on my videos, if you happen to be watching on my channel, in regards to the gamma correction that I am using to try and make it look a little bit easier to see. It is really hard, especially when it's nighttime, because it's just always overcast. Soon we'll be moving away. Once the ship is built, we'll actually probably be taking the fight to the Onyx Watch and trying to generally get a better area, which is why I've been working on the defenses of the base so that we can just leave it and be secure in the knowledge it won't die. Yeah. But so do let us know in the comments if you have any feedback regarding any of that, or just in
I'm doing
regards to
something
anything
similar.
we're
It's worth
doing.
noting to your gamma correction. It's not gamma, it's a curve correction, but very similar. So if anyone's got feedback on that for me, if you want it lighter or more saturated or whatever, just ping.
Just let us know.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed and will be joining us in the next, as always. But until then, do take care.
That turret looks very sad. Oh, stay shiny.